Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. Sorry, I'm using the laptop instead of the phone, which does the overhead view so nicely. However, I just recorded a 2.5 hour long twin flame energy check-in, and it's probably going to take all night to download or upload to YouTube. So if any of you resonate with being on a twin flame journey and you're interested in watching that, make sure your little wiggly bell is activated so that you know when it hits live. Well, not live, but when it hits the channel. Okay, so I have to make do because that one is uploading and my memory on my phone is full because 2.5 hours. Oh my god. So I've done 3 private readings, a 2.5 hour long twin flame reading, and now I'm doing the next 7 days energy check-in, and then I have another private reading to do. So yes, I'm playing catch up. However, I am kind of an overachiever. I'm right on time with all my readings. I did have a little hitch in my giddy up yesterday. I had to take my son Taylor, who was in a car accident a couple days ago. Had to take him to have his wrist re-examined because he felt that it was hurt worse than what the ER originally said. And they did tell him to follow up with his doctor. So I did take him, and they ran some more x-rays, and he has a hairline fracture. It's nothing serious. They said it's like a it's painful. He's got a brace put on it, but he's going to be fine. For those of you in my Patreon, I talked about it. So thank you. If you're in Patreon, you sent me prayers and comments. I do appreciate it. He's fine. It was a bang up job, though. He messed the car up pretty good. So anyhow, what I was getting at is that I'm doing pretty good at hammering out these readings. I was gone for 10 days in Vegas and I missed you guys. I missed creating. And so here I am channeling for you. And if you would like to book a personal private reading, everything you need to do that is in the description box below. And if you would like to join Patreon, there are several options, different levels that you can join. And I would love to see you there. Now, as far as the zodiacs go, because I'm so busy, yes, I am going to do them. I've had so many of you guys ask me about, the signs. When are you going to do the signs? And I am going to do them, but I'm going to have to scale them back from my original half-hour to 45-minute version of it. So yes, they will be done, but they will be done in a more effective and efficient manner. I'm going to ask my spirit guides to keep it simple and honest and very informative, but not so lengthy. All right, so speaking of lengthy, let's just get into this reading. Again, everything you need is in the description box below. Look at the thumbnail I created. There will be a picture of your choices. Pile number 1 is this beautiful cupcake quartz. I really don't know what it really is called, but I call it my cupcake quartz. I bought it for myself on my last year's birthday, and it's just so awesome in every way. So that's pile number 1. Pile number 2 is this honey calcite, and this is kind of my heart with wings, right? This is part of the ascension, is unburdening our hearts so that it has wings and we can untether and ascend. And pile number 3 is this beautiful quartz cluster. I mean, this thing has so much energy. It's crazy, and it's self-healed as well. So if you make your choices, I will see you in your pile. I'm going to put these ones aside. And we're going to start with pile number 1. Pile number 1, if you picked my favorite crystal in the whole wide world, we're going to get into your reading. This is advice for the next 7 days. I've been doing this as a series. I'm going to bring back coffee chats. I was asked to bring back coffee chats. And God willing, and the creek don't rise, I think I might bring back our moon lives as well. They were doing a lot of work on, they put new lines in the trailer court here for internet. They revamped the whole thing, and I haven't tested it yet. But before, when they were working on it, I couldn't get a live stream to work to save my life. So I just set that aside for a while. But now I think we're going to give it a try and see if it works, right? All right, enough. God, I've been channeling all day. All right, pile number 1, 6 of Swords is your first card out. Discovery, exploring, moving on, calmer times. Your second card is the 2 of Cups. Bum, bum, dun, da, da. So I always set my intention. I do draw some cards for love and romance, but I set my intention that Spirit gets to tell you anything they want in my 7-day check-in. So it looks like companionship, friendship, love, alignment with another person, and the Knight of Pentacles. So this is something that's been slowly building, or something that Spirit's warning you to take slowly. We'll take a look here. It feels like you've learned some lessons. You've completed some cycles. You're moving out of tougher times. You possibly could have met somebody new or have somebody returning, or this is just really finding your soul tribe, right? People that match you vibrationally, partnering up with people who are on the same page as you are. It's probably romantic. My guides like to bring the 2 of Cups for love and romance. And the guy in this picture actually has love stamped right on the necklace around his neck. So this is partnership, harmony, peace. Look, you got peace here, moving on. And the Knight of Pentacles. So it's prosperity, benefits, investments, and slow and steady building in your life. So let's get you all your cards out. We have By the Book, number 11, Master number 11. The 11 is all about alignment too. So I do see something aligning for you in the next 7 days. I'm not sure yet. This Knight of Pentacles is screaming at me, take it slow, take it slow. For some of you, this could be somebody, because the masculine is wearing the love around his neck, and it's the feminine that's been moving forward. So, moving forward on your own life's journey, if you resonate with being the feminine, could possibly be what's attracting this masculine to come forward. Vibrationally, you've aligned with somebody. If you're the masculine, then you vibrationally are seeing somebody, a feminine, that is somebody that you desire to build a future with, or court. I'm hearing old-fashioned courting, by the book, right? Old-fashioned, doing things in a very traditional manner. We have unsuccessful plans. That's probably what the catalyst for this 6 of Swords was. Something didn't work out in your favor, and so you decided to move on, and maybe even move on with someone who is more open to giving what it is you've been manifesting. Let's see. Not unsuccessful plans. There's just a hitch in the giddy up is what I'm hearing. You were moving on, and then all of a sudden something didn't work out the way you thought it would, and it's been a catalyst for change for you. We have Desk. Pay attention to your work. So for some of you, if this doesn't resonate in relationship, then this is definitely about partnering on a job. Also, pay attention to your work. That could be working on yourself, working on your healing, doing the inner work. Don't fall behind on responsibilities. Sometimes if we meet somebody new, or if we fall in love, sometimes we can get so caught up in the energy of that we tend to allow other things to be put on the back burner. If that's what's going on with you, there's a warning here that you do have, by the book, you do have maybe some appointments, some schedules, some things that you need to take care of, because it's very important in your future, building this Knight of Pentacles, this prosperity and investment in the future. Sometimes we get all excited when life starts, throwing us a bone or two, or a person that really lights us up. And we tend to want to spend all of our time in that energy, and we forget about our obligations as well. So we have acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. I'm going to put this over here with that knot, because I think that's what that's all about. I think there was something that didn't work out, something that was unsuccessful, whether it's going to stay that way or not. You never know in the now moment. You just accept what is in the current energy. And then whatever is meant to happen will happen. I feel like this unsuccessful plan, you found acceptance in that and decided to move forward with your life. And now some fresh new energy is coming in, which could be a distraction for you. If you're building your business or your life right now, partnering up could be very important in your business. Two of Cups sometimes is not always romance. It's partnership, that you see things the same way, you're on the same page. You both have the same dream, the same desire, the same desired outcome. Oh, we have letting go in reverse. Bada bing. Yeah, there's something here in the past with the Six of Swords that you had to accept was not successful. And you're having a hard time letting go of it. And I think Spirit's sending you a soulmate or a partner or somebody to help you to kind of transition out of this energy and move forward. We'll read from the book with us in just a moment. All right, so actually we're going to read from the book now, because these next 3 cards are your romantic life, and this is your advice for the next 7 days. So let's take a look at this letting go. It's a number 3. It's an energy card. Now I want to show you the artwork, because you have options. And perhaps you've been being pulled in many different directions. There could have been this magical path, this place that you really, really wanted to explore. And yet there's some resistance here, right? This could be the ego holding you back, fear holding you back, something that is tethered to you that's not allowing you to move forward the way that you hoped to move forward. And with 3 different doors, it tells me that you have options, that there's more than one way to skin a cat. What the hell does that mean? So I'm clairaudient, and I just heard that very clearly in my head. There's more than one way to skin a cat. So I suppose that's a very morbid visual, but I suppose what Spirit's saying is that let go of your need to control this situation. Allow it to unfold naturally. Pay attention to your work. For some of you, it's inner work, because the Six of Swords is a healing energy. It's learning life lessons. The 6 swords represent thoughts and ideas that you had, that were holding you in turmoil, right? It was a hard place to be. A storm was brewing there. And so moving into this acceptance, getting in the boat, tucking in your arms and your feet, and allowing things to progress naturally by the book, letting go of the need to steer the boat, is moving you toward this beautiful 2 of Cups energy, which it really doesn't matter. I mean, it matters, but I guess what I want to say is this is a collective reading. It's not going to be romance for everybody, but I feel like it's romance for most of you. And in order to experience this 2 of Cups, you're going to have to accept something didn't work out in the past and allow yourself to trust the unfolding. There's a plan here, Spirit, with the by the book. This is, it's like predestined, pre-written. It's going to unfold exactly the way it's meant to the moment you get in the boat and decide to accept that the door you were trying to walk through hasn't opened for you, right? I've channeled this message before. When we stand in front of that automatic door of manifestation, if you're beating your head against it, if you're knocking on it and it's just not opening, there's a message in that for you. And that message is that, not now, maybe not ever, but it's time to move out from in front of that door and look at other opportunities, other doors. And if a door magically opens for you, that's an indicator that maybe it's worth exploring, right? Accept what you can't have and move forward toward what you can. Slow and steady, though. Knight of Pentacles. For some of you, this could take time, need time, in time, right? This Two of Cups, you might feel like you're losing it. You might feel like you're moving away from it. But Spirit says for some of you, pay attention to your work. Focus on your friendships, your soul tribe, your life's mission, whatever. Focus on your work and allow this Knight of Pentacles to just kind of make that offer one moment, 1 second, one choice at a time. There is something here to let go of, and it was in the reverse, so I'm going to read it for you. Let's see. Boy, there's been a lot of chaos going on outside today. The dogs have been barking, lots of trains going by, big trucks coming through making noises. It's been very chaotic out there. All right, the energy suit, we have number 3, letting go, number 65, page 65. Which is another 11, by the way. 65 breaks down to 11. A lot of divine guidance coming in for you in the next 7 days. Alignment. Those are portals of opportunity, right? The 11-11. You got 11-11 here. And the Two of Cups. So this could be for some of you twinsies out there. It could be that, or this could just be divine alignment in your career and relationships. So we have letting go in the reverse. It says releasing attachment. When this card is reversed, it reveals a personal attachment that's so significant that it's affecting the quality of your life. Perhaps a dishonoring person or activity is holding you back, or perhaps you're desperate to achieve a certain desire. If so, you must banish the urgency and desperation. That attitude blocks your conscious intentions, projecting a dark vibration instead of a joyous receptivity. This card reversed is warning you to surrender attachment and start making mindful choices rather than simply reacting to what happens. Identify your happiness by the joy you choose to bring to your life every day, not by some future event, escapist behavior, or unfulfilling relationships. Let go of those unhealthy attachments and continue to work on your goal. Pay attention to your work. Without obsessing about it, get in the boat, get in flow and acceptance. I do believe it's going to take you right to this Two of Cups. Let go of those unhealthy attachments and continue to work on your goal without obsessing about it. By choosing patience and peace today, you will manifest real happiness now and attract so much more in the future. So the affirmation is, I release unhealthy attachments and make choices that honor me. I move toward my own objectives with joy and trust. And that is this Six of Swords energy. It is accepting what you can't have at the moment and releasing it and allowing it to unfold naturally by the book. Allow it to unfold by the book. You're either going to you're going to release one and manifest a new one, or you're going to release one and work on your own inner work or your own business, your own healing, moving consciously choosing to move forward and to allow things to unfold slow and steady here. Slow and steady wins the race, right? By the book. 11:11. Very, very profound reading for somebody. I can feel it. You need to let go of attachment to anything that's not opening for you, anything that's resisting you, anything that's not on board. And know that it's either going to realign itself in the near future, possibly even in the next 7 days. This could also be talking about those of you that have already done this, right? Because we are kind of looking at past, present, future energies. And so some of you guys have released your attachment to the outcome. You have chosen to go with the flow and to move forward and work on yourself and to let go of the need to have everything work out the way you wanted it to, and allow it to work out by the book the way it was written in your destiny and your soul plan. And by doing this, this is now moving you toward this beautiful union energy. And it's going to be a courtship for most of you. It feels like slow and steady wins the race. Somebody who has taken a lot of time and a lot of thought and a lot of effort. Somebody, the Knight of Pentacles is the most reliable knight in the deck. It takes him forever to show up. He's not always on time. But the reason why he's not on time is because he's checking all the gates. He's checking all the roofs. He's talking to the king's people. He's assessing every situation. And it's Virgo energy, right? It's showing up right. It's showing up in the right moment, with the right attitude, with the right objective. And so by the book, you can't make things happen in the way that you want them to happen. You have to accept that there is a plan here, and this will unfold naturally. And so for some of you, you did the work in the past. You focused on your work. You let go, right? With the letting go in the reverse, you let go and moved into acceptance, moved into the boat, let go of the outcome. And it's helping you energetically to manifest something. It's got to be this or better. That's how I manifest. It's got to be what I want, what I'm attached to, or better. And so that's what you're manifesting. You're manifesting either what you want or something better. And it's taken a hot minute to show up for you, but it's going to show up right. And it's going to be kind of traditional. And it's arrival. It's going to show up by the book, following the playbook. So let's find out what this means for love, because it feels like love for a lot of you, but it could just be aligning with soul tribe, people that want to support you and partner with you in a lot of your work endeavors, probably maybe one or two of you if you're single AF, right? Single AF, nobody that you're whatever. If you've let go of a past person that was no good for you, you're manifesting something better. All right, let's take a look. We have play hard, find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. Yeah, when you meet this person, it's not going to be hard. This is not going to be hard. This is going to be fun. It's going to be courting. I'm seeing two people courting, holding hands, watching the sunset, going on dates, and really taking their time, Knight of Pentacles, to do things the right way, to allow spirit a little room to move in this situation, to guide you to where you need to be. Look at this. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. Two of Cups. Some of you guys could be meeting the one, right? You could be meeting the one. Or this could be maybe if you're married, if you are already married and you're in partnership, if you've been building a dream together, maybe a business plan or scheme, and things have been rough, Spirit's telling you to let go of your idea and needs to force things to happen. Play, goof off, have fun, and allow it to unfold naturally. For others of you, you could be meeting the one you're eventually going to marry. And for others of you, if this is a situation back here that you let go of, It might have involved marriage. It could be a divorce. You might have left something in the past and you're moving forward. For others of you, if you're in a third-party situation, it could be that somebody else is involved in a marriage, and that's why their plans were unsuccessful, because there's some kind of rule book that they have to do things the right way in order to come forward. And so all of this could be happening in the next 7 days for somebody. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It's a collective reading, right? All right, your next card is transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. This is a very beautiful reading. You're going to get what you want, or better, is what it feels like. And you need to be open to allow the universe to give you this or better. And it could be moving and transforming to a much higher level of commitment for somebody here. But it is slow and steady, and it does seem like it needs to be done properly and by the book, right? No shortcuts. You can't get there with any shortcuts, and you can't get there by attaching yourself to an outcome. The only way to really get there is to do the work and to release your attachment to how it's supposed to look and allow it to unfold by the book. So what is your advice for the week? We have wisdom. Bada bing. Let me hold it up so you can see it. It says, with every relationship, I gain invaluable wisdom. I'm continually learning which qualities stimulate, support, and inspire me, and which ones make me want to cram a soup spoon into my ear and turn it slowly. In that sense, even failed relationships are actually successes. See how wise I sound? So there does seem to be something that was unsuccessful, maybe even an unsuccessful marriage for you or your partner, right? And wisdom, it's like a karmic thing. You can learn from that wisdom. Every relationship, failed or successful, teaches us something about ourselves and about moving forward by the book, right? Transformation. So very beautiful energy for my pile number ones. I would say tuck your arms in, tuck your legs in, ask your guides to guide you, to speak to you, to show you the way, show you signs and synchronicities, and be willing to allow your life to unfold magically without resistance, but with acceptance. And know that if something wasn't meant for you, it will be cycled out of your life the moment you choose to let go of that tether, which is the hardest part, right? Is untethering from a situation that you know wasn't meant for you. Now, listen, if this is a twin thing, and it can be with transformation and the 1111, this could, and the Two of Cups, it could be a twin thing for some of you. And if it is, you can't cling to your person. You know, transformation takes time, needs time, in time. And there are, for some of you, third-party situations that needed to end and be transmuted. And that is a hard journey. It takes time and patience with the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race, doing things by the book, right? You can't just go and shack up with somebody who's in a karmic situation, whether it's with parents, children, families, jobs, marriages. It doesn't matter what the commitment is, until they can accept that that is no longer working for them and let go and move forward, tucking in their arms and legs. It's really not going to work. But this is working. Somebody, both people, Two of Cups, both people. Two of Cups is, I'm in the same place you are. I'm in the same vibration you are. I want the same things you do. My cup matches yours. Both people in this situation is finding alignment. And I think it's because there's been a releasing of the need to control. And if that hasn't happened yet, that's your advice for the next 7 days, to release the need to control this. There's wisdom in every relationship, failed or otherwise. And it's meant to help you to do better in the next one, right? To show up better, to show up more reliable, to do things better in the future. And playing hard, it really does feel like you're about to align with somebody and you're going to get to know each other. And it could be moving toward marriage for some of you. For others of you, you know, this marriage card's going to mean other things. I'm sure that by now you know exactly what it means. So I'm going to leave that there. I love you guys. We're going to move on now to pile number 2. Here comes the mug. Tracie's got to look. It is at 30:25. No matter how hard I try to do fast readings, they're always about a half hour long in my pickle piles. All right, moving on to pile number 2. Get all these cards here. All right. By the way, for pile number 1, we used the Wandering Star Tarot by Kat Pierce. Fix your... Okay. Pile number 2, we are using the Oceanic Tarot. I don't know who the creator is because the book's in the other room, but it is called the Oceanic Tarot. And all the same oracle cards. You chose this Heart with Wings, bada bada bing. It's honey calcite. There could be some meaning in that for you if you want to Google honey calcite metaphysical properties. All right, let's see what's going on in the next 7 days for you. Oh my goodness, we got the sun. Here comes the sun. Ace of Pentacles. Holy crap, I want to be a number 2 today. Maybe. We'll look at the challenges too. Strength. This is beautiful. This is lovely. This is happiness, prosperity, stability. This is leveling up. This is finding your grounding cord. This is planting your feet shoulder width apart, steady and strong. This is, you know, clarity and a plan. This is a plan. This is a seed for the future. This was not easy. When the Strength card comes up, there was self-mastery that was involved in this. This is learning to control your emotions, learning to control your ego, learning the inner balancing work, right? This was not without its challenges, right? This took a lot of strength to create. But something beautiful is about to enter in the next 7 days. It's a seed, okay? It's not the tree. It's not the 10 of Pentacles. It's a bright new opportunity for a beginning that you had to work really hard to create or to manifest or to attract. Because this might not be your seed. This could be somebody bringing you a seed. Either way, this is beautiful energy. Let's take a look at your oracles. We have deep knowing. See, the Strength card tells me that you did the inner work. The Strength card is divine masculine, divine feminine, right? It is the Lion and the Empress. And it represents the masculine ego. The masculine represents, you know, the root chakra, the solar plexus and sacral chakra. We meet in the middle here. We share the heart chakra. The feminine is the heart, the higher heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra. And the Strength card is somebody who has worked very deeply with another or with themselves in order to create balance in all of these energy centers. And that opens up the crown chakra. When you find alignment in the 7 chakras, balancing your own inner masculine and feminine energies, you become she or he who knows, right? Crown chakra opening. Next, we have Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So you're calling in some soulmates, some new friends. Maybe with this Strength card, you might have had to cull the friend list, right? You might have had to go through and get rid of some toxic friends and create space, plant seeds for your own happiness, which was very divinely guided through wisdom and knowing. So you're manifesting deeper friendships with people, and some of you it's with the same sex, right? I don't know that that's for everybody, but with a teapot, it's somebody that you resonate with. It's people who are meant to be in your life. It's friends that are more aligned with who you've become, because you have changed. You have become something fresh and new here. We have fire. Wow. Strong emotion, passionate, love or hate. Yeah. Whoo, doggy. So deep friendship and passion too. Strong emotion. So if you are in the LGBTQ plus, I think that's what they're calling it now, community, you could very well be falling in love. Possibly with a fire sign. We've got fire, we've got Leo energy, strong Leo energy, really strong Leo energy mixed in with a little earth. But it doesn't have to be. This could be leveling up in romance and leveling up in friendships. This is aligning with your happiness, your joy. This is following your intuition. A lot. Oh, this is, I'm hearing possibly 8 Lionsgate could be significant. You could be aligning with a Leo, friendship or otherwise, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. This deep culling, you got rid of something. You cut something away. Drama. For some of you, you got rid of people who brought in too strong of emotions. They knocked you out of balance, right? There was no balance. It was love or hate. It was in the distortion. And you've done some balancing here. You have found yourself. The sun with the knowing, deep knowing, is enlightenment. We have success. Bada bing. Pile number 2. A lot. We've got prosperity, happiness, success, stability. Holy friggin' nokers, man. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. For some of you, you are learning to love yourself. And because you love yourself, you're going to attract passion and better friendships. Now we have new supportive connections. This is nice. Bada bing. Oh, I'm not going to do these ones yet. These are your romance ones, and this is your advice. So let's just take a look at this. Happiness, prosperity, stability, deep knowing, success. I know there is no greater goal than to love. And then we have new supportive connections. Beautiful energies, guys. Things are coming through for you in a big way. Now, remember, it's a seed, right? It's the Ace of Pentacles. It's a bright, new, stable, secure beginning. But it's because you did the work. And because you culled, and I don't know why they're using the word culled, but some of my guides have a very extensive vocabulary, something I do not have. But culling, I believe, is cutting away. I'm not sure. You can look it up for yourself. But it's like releasing things that didn't serve you, friendships that didn't serve you, cleaning out the friend list, cleaning out the closet, is going to align you with new, better friends, better lovers, better commitments and relationships, so connections, right? Loving, very loving connections. Beautiful. I just want to sit in this energy for a minute. Can I just please sit in this energy, spirit, just for a minute? All right. So we have 128. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. You got another. We've got 11 showing up in a lot of today's readings. We've got a 7-11, which is my birthday. And we have an 8 and a ace. All right. 128. All right, in the upright, a man and woman are enjoying an art class in a lovely environment. This card brings you increased connections with new people of like mind and heart. Now is a good time to engage in activities that will bring you together with others in more meaningful and profound ways. Perhaps you could organize a meditation group, take some new classes in a field that interests you, or join a book club, bowling league, writers group, or anything that genuinely calls to you. There's a beneficial, energetic momentum that comes from your actions in this regard. As you pursue more paths of personal interest, you forge intentions in the energetic realm. Yeah, you're manifesting, that are bound to pay off in real time, meaning in the physical. The new connections you make in this type of networking could bring jobs, love, romance, opportunity, happiness, and even more financial success in the future. Start investigating the many ways you can put yourself out there and network. Expand your interests and your experiences. As you connect with kindred others, the potential for joy will increase in your life, as will your magnetic energy. Look at that. Absolutely. Success, happiness, prosperity, and stability. New supportive connections and deep knowing. You trusted your intuition. You did the work. You released what didn't feel right, and you created a void by which universe is now wanting to help you fill. But you can't just not, like, you've got to participate in this. Ace of Pentacles means it's a seed, and that seed needs to be nurtured and taken care of. And so it's time for you to come out of the cave. It's time for you to release your potential on the world. It's time for you to meet new people, to talk to new people, to allow yourself to expand and grow into new tribe, new networks, new. I'm just hearing new. Such a beautiful reading. I really don't want to muck it up with any of this love stuff. Sometimes love throws, but listen, it says you're attracting stability, security, prosperity, happiness, success, and love. So let's look and see what that love might look like. We have trust. It is safe for you to trust in this situation. Deep knowing. I'm going to put that right under deep knowing. We have, it is safe for you to love. Aww. Oh, this is so beautiful, you guys. You're going to meet somebody that really makes you feel protected and safe, and you can trust them, right? This is a leveling up. This is something that you deserve. I know there is no greater goal than to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of love, of all, which is love and trust. Wow. Next, we have, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So go for it. Full energy, right? Take a chance. Jump in. And don't worry, don't allow any mistakes you make to define you as a person. Don't criticize those choices. Learn from them. Deep knowing. Everything is an experience. It expands our understanding and our ability to course correct. And you've done the work. You've done the inner work. It's safe for you to come out of your shell. Trust. Deep knowing. You can now, before, I don't think you trusted others. I don't think you trusted yourself. And you manifested a lot of people into your life you couldn't trust. But now you've leveled up. You've learned to love yourself. You've done the inner work. You've released those toxic beliefs. And when you release those toxic beliefs, you actually are releasing toxic people too. Because once you level up and have that understanding, you are no longer a vibrational match. And so, some of them you get rid of, some of them the universe just drops them off your path because they can't be where you are. And so when you get to that 0 point energy, that's potential. That's pure potential. A zero is nothing with the potential of becoming anything. And you found your neutrality. And it took a lot of hard work and determination to get there. And now you're aligning with a higher timeline, a higher level of friendships, higher level of love relationships, higher connections. And Spirit's saying, don't mistrust it. Don't feel unsafe. Don't be afraid. Because even if you make a mistake with this deep knowing, you will see the red flags and you will course correct. You are safe. It's safe for you to trust, and it's safe for you to love. And success is yours to have, because now You are intuitively in tune with what you can't unknow what you've learned on your journey, right? You've learned something here. You've leveled up. You've changed, transformed. And so a lot of old energies that you used to be in alignment with are no longer vibrationally going to be able to stay in your circle. And so for a while, you might have felt like your world was falling apart. Your life was ending as you know it, which is what's going on in the world right now. It's not the end of the world. It's the end of the world as you know it. It's the end of the world as you know it. I don't know that song, but I'm hearing it in my head. And here comes the sun. So let's get you some advice. This is beautiful. Spirit's saying, you got this. We got you and you got this. You're going to succeed. You're going to find happiness, prosperity, stability, because you now trust. You have the faith of a mustard seed, which is going to move mountains for you, right? And it's magnetically attracting your people. You're going to end up being where you're meant to be, because now you've mastered the ego. You've ascended into a higher timeline. But there's this caveat here that says that, it doesn't mean that you're not going to make mistakes, because mistakes are beneficial, right? When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And so no more judging, no more victimization, no more poor, poor, pitiful me. When you want something and you go for it and you see that it's not in alignment with who you are becoming, you will see the red flags and you will course correct. You will, maybe you'll date for a little while and find out that person's kind of not vibrationally where you are, and you'll fix it. You'll say, well, thank you. I enjoyed your friendship. I enjoyed the connection, but you aren't where I'm going, right? And it not with judgment, but with deep love. Success comes when you know there is no greater goal than to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, which is love, right? Expand your understanding of love. It is safe. You are safe. We got the word safe twice. It's safe for you to love and it's safe for you to trust. So let's get you your advice. This is a much shorter reading than pile number 1. So we have compliments. Look at that. Yin to the yang. You're going to attract people who complement who you now have become. I know how good it feels to get a compliment, so I give that gift to others. I'll find a nice compliment for everyone I interact with today, even if I have to think really hard about it, in which case I can follow up by complimenting myself for solving such a compliment puzzle. Wow, am I skilled. You are in balance, yin, yang, right? And you are now attracting love, prosperity, happiness, success, stability. All of these things are coming towards you now because you found that 0 point energy, and everybody that's coming towards you will complement that energy that you are exuding. And if they don't, it's okay. You will release it, and with love, not with hatred, not with triggers, because this fire is all about triggers, right? Strong emotions, passion or love or hate, distortion, out of balance, right? And that's a trigger, right? When something happens and we judge it and we don't understand it and we feel victimized, we fall into this trigger, this fire energy of one or the other. And so Spirit is asking you to stay in that center zone that you have found magically, because there is where you're going to be able to create your highest and best life. And you will know, deep knowing, you will know what gets to stay and what has to go. And you will release what needs to be released with love, not hatred, right? You're learning how to love. This is oneness with the all that is. This is getting out of separation and into unity consciousness. It's seeing yourself in the world and in others, and recognizing what you see and using that to your advantage in a very loving and complimentary way. So pile number 2, your reading was much shorter, but I'm telling you, I would really love to have been the one to choose pile number 2, excuse me. But I usually pick pile number 1. Maybe it's time for me to switch up the game, right? All right. I love you guys. I hope this resonated. Please drop down in the comments section. If it doesn't resonate, then pick another pile, because this is definite energy. This is she or he who knows. And if this don't feel right, it's probably not your pile, because this is somebody who knows they're in vibrational alignment with love, unconditional love, right? Not without a little bit of trepidance. Is that a word? I don't know. My guides channel weird words to me, but not without a little fear, a little mistrust, right? But you've learned to lean into the spirit world. You're trusting your inner guidance, your inner knowing, and moving through that fear with faith. So if it doesn't resonate, it's not your reading. Pick another pile, okay? I love you guys, and this is such a fabulous, fabulous reading. And if you're new to my channel, you just found me, and that tells me that we are also part of the soul tribe. So thank you for being here. Let's take a look at what's the timestamp. We got 51:39. 51:39. Moving on to pile number 3. What do we got going on here? All right. If you pick this beautiful, I don't even know what to call it, but it has amazing things. It's got the Isis tip. It's got record keepers. It's got phantoms. It's Lumerian, I believe, in nature. And it's got all these record keepers. This is a very old soul, this quartz crystal. Self-healed, which is profound, because pile number 2 seems to be self-healed. Pile number 1 seems to be on the journey of self-healing. Let's see how pile number 3 is doing. So this is the Rider-Waite deck. So it's the normal Rider-Waite. If you pick pile number 3, we have the Ace of Wands. Ooh, and the Empress. Bada, bada, bing. Ah, and the Eight of Swords. Let's get more cards out, because this was going really well until we got to that Eight of Swords. Unfinished Symphony. That's it right there. So I'm already channeling for you guys. You guys you're creating something. You are giving birth to something in your life. It could be literal or it could be figurative, but you are here to create something. The Empress, she is the womb of God. All creations come through the Divine Mother. And the Ace of Wands is masculine energy. It's that phallic symbol, right? There is something here that's begging to be birthed. And yet there's something here that is unfinished, something that you can't seem to get clarity on, something that just feels like you can't give birth to this until you close out this cycle, right? And you feel stuck in a cycle. And yet you've done so much growth. There's so much growth and abundance here. So let's see, what is Spirit talking about here with this unfinished business? We have Imagine. So you're having a hard time with your manifestation, because you're trying to manifest an outcome that's been withheld from you. I wonder why. But manifesting, imagine, right? How do we create the new world? How do we give birth to something new? How, they say that necessity is the mother of all creation. Well, the mother of all creation is here, and she's imagining something, and she's about to give birth to it. But there's something that she needs to get right with first. There's a tether here. I might have to clarify. We'll see what else comes out. We have Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. This is staying in your comfort zone. It's a cycle. It's doing what's safe over and over and over again. Spirit's saying you need to do something different. Take a risk. Take a chance. Take off your blindfold. Move beyond your thoughts. Close out this cycle. Imagine how you want it to end. Right? Create an ending. You need to create an ending to something here. Haystack, karma. You will reap what you have sown. Yeah. So there's a karmic cycle here between you and someone else or something else. Could be a belief system, family, relationships. But the universe is here. You're showing up in this Empress energy. Maybe you're dealing with someone else with that unfinished symphony. That makes me think of like, I'm hearing Barry Manilow in my head. I'm hearing, this one's for you wherever you are, to say that nothing's been the same since we've been apart. This one's for all the love we once knew. Like everything else I have, this one's for you. You're longing for somebody. Somebody who's absent, somebody who you have unfinished karmic business with. And the plot thickens. Blame. I accept responsibility for my own well-being. So you could be blaming this other person for not showing up for you, for not, moving forward with you. If you're in a situation, because the unfinished symphony sometimes reminds me of the twin flame journey. Doesn't mean you're a twin. It just means, sometimes we play in the twin flame game. But it does feel to me like you could possibly be an empress waiting for your emperor. And manifestation of this is really not working for you. And it's because there's still some anger here. There's still some blame. There's still some unresolved emotions and feelings that are holding you back. Family, friends, and guides. You do have support, though. You have a lot of support around you. I don't even need to read that one. That one is just ask. Just ask. Right? Seek guidance. Seek counseling. If you're stuck, like Chuck, or you could be dealing with someone else who's stuck. You could be ready, raring to go. It could be this other person who's stuck. If you're, we'll have to look at the romance ones to see if there is another person, because there may not be. This could be, unfinished business with family and friends. But you've leveled up. You're on your way to what pile number 2 is now experiencing. But there's karma here and blame from your past that still hasn't been fully healed. And this potential, this imagination, Ace of Wands, Empress energy is begging for you to just do something different. Get out of your comfort zone. Move away from the past, right? In order to attract love, you have to be the vibration of love. And the Empress is the highest form of nurturing and love. She's the divine mother. And so maybe in most areas of your life, you have leveled up to this divine mother. You could be giving creation to a lot of things in your business or your family or your friends, but maybe there's still someone here that you are karmically connected to. Karma just means soul contract. It doesn't have to be negative karma. It doesn't have to be. It's, you reap what you sow. If you're blaming somebody for for not showing up for you, then you are in this karmic cycle with them. It's an unfinished symphony. Sometimes you have to give yourself that healing by stepping outside of your comfort zone and really seeking guidance and counseling from friends and spirit guides and, tarot readings, whatnot. So I just took a sneak peek. Yeah, there is somebody in your energy field that is not in the Emperor energy. They're not in their divine higher self. And I do believe you feel tied to this person. This one's for you wherever you are. You're longing for somebody who's not showing up for you. And I think the reason why they're not showing up for you is because they feel stuck too. There seems to be an energetic tether to you and possibly a divine counterpart, or at least a high-level soulmate. There's a karmic connection here. Somehow, some way, this could be your person stuck in a karmic situation and they haven't ended that cycle because they need to take a risk. Or this could be you, and usually it's both, I'll be honest, because in these kind of situations, they're mirrors. You're mirroring each other. But not always. Sometimes one person takes that step out and rises above, and then the other person has to play catch up. But I'm definitely, and I saw on this next card, there's a vibrational misalignment here. Because we have unavailable. This person is unable to give you all you deserve because you're the Empress. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith because I don't think it's over. It's unfinished. I know it's not over. I know it's not over. This is a symphony is a beautiful piece of art, right? It's somebody needs their muse. Somebody started something very beautiful and is having a hard time completing it with you, possibly because they're stuck in another situation that is not good for them. Maybe finishing out a karmic cycle with someone else. And therefore, they're not in the position to give you what you deserve because you're the Empress. But you need to make sure you stay in this Empress energy and don't fall into this blame. So Spirit's telling you you can trust in this. This unfinished symphony, one way or another, is going to figure itself out. Right? It has to, because it's going to keep coming around and around and around until somebody sees it for what it is and creates change. And I don't think it's you. I really don't. Unless, because we're talking archetypes, not sex. Doesn't matter what the human bodysuit is. But if you resonate with being a divine feminine, then you're in your power. If you resonate with being a divine masculine, you are in a karmic cycle of blame, mistrust, and in a cycle with another karmic person that is unable to give you what you deserve. Spirit's saying, you need to try something different. You need to take a risk, get out of your comfort zone. This needs to end for somebody. Let's get you. Yeah, see, we have criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Your advice is to be the Empress, right? To imagine a future where this doesn't exist. Put yourself in a higher timeline. Ask for Spirit's guidance. It's a number 6. This is balance and harmony. There's a cycle here. It's a number 10 that needs to end. So if you've been blaming somebody or criticizing someone, or someone's been blaming or criticizing you, or perhaps you're doing great over here, you're following your guidance, you're creating new things, you're imagining the highest outcome, you're sitting in this Empress energy, then this could all be the other person. They could be blaming you. They could be seeing you rising and they can't rise. They're stuck, right? With somebody else, with a karmic that is unavailable to this person, fighting and blaming and criticizing. And, the biggest advice that I'm getting here is to trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. It's going to come to a conclusion at some point in time, but it's not in vibrational alignment right now. There's two energies I feel here. You'll have to let me know if that resonates, but it feels like there are two definite different energies, you know? And if you resonate with being the divine feminine, you're standing and sitting in your power. You are allowing things to unfold because you are divinely guided. And you're also creating. You're in this energy of creation and inspiration. And this person here seems to be stuck like Chuck in a karmic cycle. Karma, you reap what you sow. So if they're sending hate, blame, criticism to the person they're with, then they're in that cycle of receiving it back, right? What you put out, you receive in return. And now if this is you with this person, I don't think it is. I mean, because this is extremes. This is like balance, and this is extreme out of balance. So I see Cupid here. There's this little Cupid down here with these arrows. There's two people who are, it feels to me like this could be that Empress talking to the Emperor saying, I love you, I'm ready, let's do this. And this man's pointing. I have unfinished business. I have to go to war. I have to go out here. I have to take care of this first. And Spirit's telling you to trust this, that there's love here. There's love here. Trust this situation. It's calling for you to have faith. Let's get you some advice. We have grace. Yeah, Empress energy. I face disagreements with grace and flow through the ups and downs of my relationships without getting thrown off my center. With grace, I'm able to keep my cool, be my highest and best self, and not resort to name calling, criticizing. Even when that crappy poo-poo face is being a douchey barf monster. Look at that. Oh, that's funny. So you could be in you could be in a relationship. A high-level soulmate is what it feels like. And you're kind of finding your alignment, and they're not. They still have unfinished business. They still have unfinished business with you and unfinished business elsewhere. They're walking through their karma. They're reaping what they've sown. And sometimes you, whoever this, if this is the Empress, if that's watching, I mean, if you're this person, if you feel stuck, if you're the one that's, criticizing and blaming and not sitting in your graceful self, then, the advice here is to be graceful, to be unconditionally loving, to not criticize, to not blame, but to trust and have faith that this will work itself out. If this person is not good for you, you should know it and you should move beyond it. But if you know in your heart of hearts that this is your person, then this is just telling me they're stuck in a cycle and you're being asked to be graceful and not be angry at them for being stuck in that cycle, because this is karma. They've earned this. They need to heal from this. They need to release this. They need to grow out of this. Karma is a system of checks and balances, and something over here is out of balance, but it's going to balance itself out. I feel it. It's going to balance itself out. And when it does, you're going to be sitting pretty because you didn't allow this to make you fall out of grace. You handled this with style, with grace. You trusted the universe. You trusted this Cupid. You trusted that what's meant for me will show up for me. You've been very divinely guided, and you've been sitting in your power, and you've been creating and imagining and manifesting. And if you fall out of this grace, even just for a moment, and become this, if this is all you, if you were really sitting pretty and something triggered you and knocked you out of your balance, and now you're in this energy of, blame and criticism and finger pointing and whatever, if this is all you in any dynamic, any place in your life, then Spirit's telling you that, love and accept others as they are, and watch that relationship magically transform. Either they will be relieved of their duty and moved out of your energetic field because they can't be there, because you're in this high vibration of grace and love, right? And abundance, nurturing. One way or the other, the relationship will magically transform. They'll either get their pink slip and you will grow beyond them, or they will find their alignment, or you will realign, if there is no they, if there is nobody else, but it certainly feels like there's two energies here. So your advice is to be the bigger person and to sit in your power and to be loving and compassionate. Don't criticize, don't blame, don't get upset, don't fall out of balance. Trust, know that what's meant to be will be. There is karma here that needs to be cleared out with somebody. And I don't necessarily feel like it's you, but it could be. Take what resonates. I feel like my viewer is this person that's being told to stay balanced because somebody else is struggling, and it's not your struggle, it's theirs. They need to open their eyes and see that there's another possible relationship or situationship where there's a lot of anger, criticism, karma. The person's not available for them. They blame each other. They don't take responsibility for their own thoughts, their own beliefs, their own actions. And so you could be this person's muse if this is two different people. If this is all you, this is just Spirit telling you to realign with your grace. Take the higher road in relationships, friendships, because we do have family, friends, right? Doesn't have to be romantic. But you are guided. You're divinely guided. And you've been in this energy of the Empress at least at some point, or she wouldn't be on the board. So if this is all you, it's just a hitch in your giddy up, like my grandpa used to say. You're trucking along doing great, and then all of a sudden there's a hitch, right? Something breaks or breaks down, or communication breaks down, or something throws you off course. And Spirit's telling you to get back in that place of balance, and this will magically transform. Okay? And if this is someone else altogether, I would say they're stuck in a karmic situation in their friends and family, or possibly even a romantic situation. All right, so take what resonates. The biggest advice is to be graceful. Don't criticize. It will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are. This person, if it's another person, currently is unable to give you what you deserve because they're paying back some kind of karmic debt. They're stuck in a karmic situation. And you should really stop calling them a poo-poo face, douchey barf monster, and send them love and give them time to unravel their own karma. My guess is you had some of your own karma to clear, and it's time for you to be graceful in allowing them to clear theirs and to have some trust and faith. And if you know that this person isn't meant to be in your life, it's time to release them. But with this unfinished symphony, this ain't over. It's not over. Whatever this is, it needs more attention, and it needs time and grace and trust. Okay? I love you guys. I hope this resonates. Let me know in the comments section, and I will see you on the next upload. Namaste.